Hello, everybody. Hope all is well. And today we'll be taking a look at what the Young Turks had to say about the concept of a rigged election. And we'll follow that up with what they're saying more recently. Should be fun. Enjoy.
With both national polls and swing state polls looking really, really bad for Trump, he and his campaign are apparently so sure now that he's going to lose that they've already planted the seeds for the idea that if he does lose, it wasn't him, it was that the system was rigged. Classic loser Donald.
Now Donald Trump is saying, no, he means rigged as in, no, I vote for Donald Trump. No, the computer says I voted for Hillary Clinton. And he says they're planning to do this. The election hasn't happened yet, but he's saying they will already do it. It's already it's already started. Then, okay, give us evidence, because we've got more than 3 months before the election. We can stop it. There is no evidence because he's a goddamn liar. That's all he ever does. By the way, what a whiny loser sitting there going, if I lose, it was because it was rigged, not because I lost. God damn it, you're so stupid. But it's not just him. It's his supporters. So Public Policy Polling does a poll, and they ask him. 69% of Trump voters think that if Hillary Clinton wins the election, it will be because it was rigged, to only 16% who think it would be because she got more votes than Trump. No, but they're undermining the whole democratic system. They're saying, no, we're going to deny reality. It doesn't matter. If she loses, great, then it wasn't rigged. We win. If she wins, rigged. Nope, I'm not going to count it. I mean, he's a child, first of all. No, Dad, I'm going to take my ball and go home. It's my ball. You played with these loser kids, the whiny kids with the runny nose who are like, yeah, I'm going to tell my mommy. That's who this loser kid is.
Yeah, I think the guy thinks the election might be rigged.
It's the dominant strategy. I mean, either that or completely change your approach to the election, but it's just so easy. It just kind of it sums up this strange laziness of the Trump camp, of Donald Trump, which is what is the easiest thing to say at any given moment, is what he'll say. And I think to him, the easiest thing to say when you're losing is it's rigged.
But is there anything to back that up, Thor?
I don't believe so, and it kind of feels like he's trying to hypnotize us. It's just like, it's a rigged election, and we're just like, yes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's but that's, we say, and we can laugh about it being hypnotizing and mesmerizing and all of that. This is the MO of the Trump campaign. Say something enough, and your puppets are going to repeat it, right?
Yeah.
Now let's take a look at what Senk's been saying recently.
People have been asking, should there be a and obviously Jill Stein raised some money so that there could be a recount of the Rust Belt states that were so-called close and cold. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. My answer to that question is, of course there should.
Now, to be fair to Senk, all he's talking about here, he goes on talking about the recount just to justify the election and to make sure everything was all right. But isn't that along the same lines as a rigged election, just in a softer voice? Anyways, that's not all he had to say.
Did the Russians hack the vote? There is actually a literal answer to this question. The answer is yes. It's a little bit of a trick question. It's not in the general election that we know of yet, which is the main point I want to make here. But in August, there was a story about how they hacked the voter registration system in Arizona and Illinois. Go back and check it. We covered it at the time, and I've talked about it since. So now the CIA apparently has told senators, and the stories come out, that the Russians hacked emails and gave the WikiLeaks, among other places, and leaked it into the U.S. Media in order to affect the election because they wanted Donald Trump to win. Okay, let's put a couple of things together here. The Russians are doing hacking, and they want Trump to win. And we already know that they've hacked into the voting registration system back in August.
Now, in this one, what he's talking about is CIA hearsay. Even like one agent or a few agents, whatever the case is, they never presented any evidence. He's just going by what CIA said. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but CIA do not have a track record of being honest. So until there's actual evidence presented, it shouldn't even be brought up. Anyways, here's what Putin had to say prior to the election between Hillary and Trump. Mind you, this is just what he's saying. I'm not in Putin's mind. I don't know if he's being honest or not, but this is what he had to say.
Trying to meddle in the U.S. presidential election by hacking the Democratic presidential campaign. Speaking at the annual Valdai discussion forum in Sochi, Putin said he doubted how any hacking could ever influence the choice of the American people.
The allegations of Russian interference, of Russian hacking, of Russian manipulation are nothing new. They've been covered in wide amounts of media now for weeks and months. So it's really no surprise it would come up here in the discussion and indeed in the question-answer session, which had just finished here in Sochi, 3-hour long. Of course, the accusations about Russia was partly that Donald Trump was the Kremlin's favoured candidate. That's the candidate that the Russian special forces, the Russian media was backing above all else. Putin was quick to dismiss this. In fact, he said these allegations were totally ludicrous, totally ridiculous. And in fact, he even said Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were cut from the same cloth. It didn't matter which one came to power, but he did also add that Russia would talk to any president that came to the White House in just under 2 weeks. Now, quite clear from Putin that we are cut from the same cloth, those two candidates.
You know, they're going to just say it was rigged and get people on their side.
At that point, he has no idea that he was previously talking about the rigging of the system. He does not remember at all. He can't hold a thought in his stupid little head.
So this snot-nosed kid, he never had to earn a goddamn thing in his life. So if he loses, oh no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was rigged. Dude, we haven't had the election yet. We haven't had it. How would you know it was rigged? Where's your goddamn evidence? What do you do when a significant percentage of the population is mental? They belong in an insane asylum. So that's scary stuff because they live among us.
I'm losing my mind tonight because of how stupid the majority of the country is.
Seem like
it's more likely, they say, that there is that there would be a shark attack than there would be voter fraud.